We had a very young family at that point. We also knew that at some point we were going to outgrow the footprint of this house.
We could only park one car in our garage at the time. So the goal was to be able to park at least two. And we don't have a basement in this house. So we thought the kids needed their own space. So it just made sense. My former coworker, her parents had used Stadler Construction for many years. Hearing a verbal referral was really important. That's how we sort of contacted Mike and the team. We felt like we really connected to Mike and Justin. We felt really comfortable moving forward with them.
Mike and Justin, at the outset, when we first agreed to work with them, they had said, this is what we will do. This is what we plan on doing. And everything was laid out in the contract. And I really appreciated the fact they did what they said that they were going to do. They kept to their word about it. What I appreciated the most was not just the identification of any issues, but they also offered potential solutions. Not just like a single solution, but here are your options. Here are our opinions. We're helping you get to where you want to go, but you ultimately decide how you want to get there. But they came to us with options to meet what we wanted. A project like this, I think, for just about anyone can be incredibly stressful. The way that they operated, the way that they navigated coordination with the town for permits, engineers for changes to the design, things that we hadn't expected. The removal of that stress for us, I think, was incredibly beneficial.
And one of the things that Mike had said at the beginning was that he doesn't use dumpsters in your driveway. At the time, I was like, okay, well, whatever. But actually not having a dumpster there for the entirety of the project it's so beneficial to us. Everything was clean. There wasn't like debris around.
It's little things you don't really think about, but looking back on it, like, oh, that made a huge difference. I would definitely recommend them if someone was looking for GC for any project that they're planning on doing for their home or their business. Absolutely. How I would describe them: honest, straightforward, conscientious,
professional.
We already recommended them to somebody.
I'd say I thought they were great to work with. Their product, the result was incredible. Between Mike and Justin, I mean, we would sometimes text them after business hours on a weekend. They never had a problem with us reaching out. They were always very responsive about it. So it felt like a team almost, other than just a GC and a client. Yeah, I think the garage itself it's going to change our lives. It's actually bigger than I anticipated it would be, but it's really going to serve our needs. I mean, we have room for bikes, we have room for skis, we have room for 3 vehicles. So
I can finally park in the garage.
Yeah, everyone's been like, oh my God. They want that space. Seeing this house from what it was to what it is now, it's a complete transformation. So anyone who had seen it previous and sees it now is just shocked that it's the same house.
Very funny story. Our son's friend comes to the front door and I hear him say, dude, I didn't even recognize your house when we pulled up. It's insane because it's testament to how different the entire property looks. It's not just the actual structure, it's the landscaping too that Justin and Mike had done, and did a phenomenal job with that as well.
Our yard was basically mud and dirt, so we literally had 0 grass. It was torn up. Mike and Justin said, we have done landscaping before for clients, so we could totally do it for you. And we were like, okay, that sounds great. Yep. So it really worked out. They did a wonderful job. Yeah. And they really it just kind of completed the whole project.
Anytime you get into like a project of this size and scope and scale, there's always an amount of trepidation. Am I doing the right thing? Am I making the right call? Am I hiring the right people? Mm-hmm. Even a month into it, I think I'm speaking for both of us. We walked out of it like we absolutely made the right call.